Hello guys, this is Prime Concept. You're welcome once again to my channel. In this video, I want to explore some areas in trigonometry. In our previous video, we did an introduction to the concept trigonometry. We talked about what trigonometry actually represents or means in mathematics. We looked at the angle measurements in trigonometry, the different units for measuring angles, the degree, the minutes, the seconds, the radian, how we can convert amongst these units. In this video, I want to go deep and look at a very important and foundational area of trig, which is what we know as basic trig functions. Basic trig functions. You should know that trig is the short for trigonometry. So I want to look at basic trig functions. Now, what are basic trig functions? Basic trig functions are actually functions that express the ratio of sides of a triangle, of a right triangle. These are functions of an angle that express the ratio of sides of right triangle, ratio of length of sides of right triangle. These are what we refer to as basic trig functions. So it means that when we are studying the concept of basic trig functions, it is ideal to consider the right triangle, right? Yes. Also, we have about 6 basic trig functions that forms the foundation for everything we'll be doing. So let's first draw our right triangle. So this is our right triangle. Let me make it bigger. So this is our right triangle. So this is it. So let's call this theta, call this A, B, and then call this side C. So we have 6 basic trig functions like we have established. So, and some of them, about 3 of them, are encapsulated in what we know as SOHCAHTOA. If you remember, SOHCAHTOA. 3 of them are embedded in this mnemonic, SOHCAHTOA. Now, one of the trig functions is what we know as sine theta. Theta is the angle of the triangle. So sine is a function of the angle theta. So that's why we say sine theta. That is one. So, and from this statement, SOHCAHTOA, sine would mean S. Sine would mean opposite side of the triangle over the hypotenuse side. Hypotenuse simply means the side that faces the right angle. I hope you know this is the right angle. Yes. So the side that faces this right angle is C. So that is, this side C is what is called the hypotenuse. Opposite simply means the side facing the angle that you are considering. So we are considering theta. The side that faces this angle, theta, is A. Say we decide to call here beta. If we are considering beta, then the side facing this angle, beta, is what? B. But we're considering sine theta, right? So considering our first one, sine is opposite side. Opposite side to theta is A. So I'll write A over what? The hypotenuse, which is what? C over C. So these are first trig functions. So you should know, let me write it. It is sine theta is actually opposite side over what? Hypotenuse. That is sine theta. So don't forget that. Number 2 is our cosine, cos theta. The full is cosine, right? So cosine from here again means adjacent over hypotenuse. We're considering theta still. If this is opposite and this is hypotenuse, then this should be our what? Adjacent, right? So this is adjacent. So adjacent is B over hypotenuse, which is this. So I can still write again, saying that cos theta is adjacent over hypotenuse, right? Then number 3 is tan theta. Now from this again, we have that tan is opposite over adjacent. We are still considering theta. So opposite is A, adjacent is B. So tan theta is A over B, which we can still say tan theta is adjacent over over opposite, rather opposite over adjacent. That is tan theta. Now, for some students, say those in JS 3 in Nigerian system of education, for most of them, this is where they stopped. But we have 6 basic, at least for those that are writing WAEC, JAMB, that are in 100 level, UNN, UNIZIC, ESUT, SUMAS, and so on. So we have to extend this up to the 6th one. So I'll be managing my space so much. So my 4th one is what we know as sec. The full is secant, right? But we call it sec for short. Sec, using this C, you would use this to remember. So sec is just 1 over cos. Sec is 1 over cos theta. That is sec, 1 over cos theta. And how do you remember it? Just use this C to remember. Sec, so 1 over cos, right? Yes, the 5th one, of course, we can still get the identity, right? Since cos is B over C, it means that sec is simply going to be C over B. You should know it, right? Yes, then the 5th one is cosec. Cosec theta. So cosec is simply, I'll be using this, since I've used C in that case, and I'll be using this S to remember what cosec is. Cosec is 1 over sine. So 1 over sine theta. Now what is sine theta? Sine theta is A over C. It means that cosec should be what? C over A. Then finally number 6 is cot. Cot is simply the short for cotangent. So and cot using this T is 1 over what? Tan theta. And what is our tan theta? Our tan theta is A over B. So it means that our cotangent is going to be B over what? A. So these are the 6 basic trig functions that every student should know. And we're going to see how we can use them to solve problems. But before that, I want to show you one more important thing from this that you should know. So, and what is that? An important idea I want you to know is that tan is actually related to sine and cos. And let's see how. So from this first equation, equation 1, I can make A the subject. If I make A the subject, I will have C multiplying this. So it means I will have that A is C sine theta. So I can call this equation A. Now from this second equation, I can make B the subject. I'll have that B is C. You'll have that C would multiply cos. So C cos theta. I can call this equation B, right? So that if I come to this third equation, which is tan theta, I would say A over B. Now what is our A? From our first equation, A is C sine theta. So I'll write that. Rather than writing A, I'll write C sine theta divided by my B. And what is my B this time? B is C cos theta. So that C can fizzle out. And then I'll be left with what now? Sine theta over what now? Cos theta. So invariably, it means that every student of trigonometry should not fail to know that tan theta is same thing as what? Sine theta over what? Cos theta. So never you forget this. And if this is the case, it simply means that cot theta is same as cos theta over what now? Sine theta, from the same idea. So never you forget this as a student of trigonometry, right? Then finally in this video, we want to establish what we know as Pythagorean identity. Pythagorean identity. So let's quickly jump into that. Alright, now before we consider Pythagorean, it's necessary for us to take an example under the basic trig function before we look at Pythagorean, probably in our next video. Now let's look at this example. So we have a right triangle. This is theta. This is 3. This is 5. And this is 4. From the triangle above, find A, sine theta, B, cos theta, and then C, cot theta. So we want to find these three things, right, from this triangle. So, and it's very simple. So we first of all want to get sine theta, and you would recall that sine is actually opposite over what? Hypotenuse. So sine is opposite over what? Hypotenuse. So what is the opposite side to this angle? The opposite side is what? Is 3. So I would say that sine theta is going to be 3 over the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is usually the side that faces 90 degrees. So if this is opposite, the side facing 90 is 5. So I would say divided by 5. So it means that sine theta is 3 over what? 5. Very simple. So let's check that of B. B says cos theta. So what is cos theta? Cos is adjacent. Cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. So it means that to find cos, since this is opposite, I should know that this is what? Adjacent. So it means 4 over what? 5. So that is cos. And then finally, to find my cot theta, I know that cot is actually the inverse of tan. There are two ways I can get cot. I should know that cot is 1 over tan theta. I should also know that cot is actually same as what now? Cos theta over what? Sine theta. So any one of these can give me. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use the second idea, and I would like you to use this first idea, then drop the answer. Tell me if they are the same, if they will give you the same answer. So let me use the second idea. So cot theta is going to be cos. What is our cos theta? Our cos theta is 4 over 5 over sine theta. What is our sine theta? 3 over 5. So if I solve the mathematics here, I have 4 over 5 divided by 3 over 5, so that cot theta becomes what? 4 over 5 times 5 over 3. 5 would go, so I'll be left with 4 over what? 3. So it means that my cot theta is going to give me 4 over 3. So what I want you to do, if you understand what I've done so far, is that you should use this relationship. So it means for you to use this relationship, you need to first find tan theta. If you've been able to find tan theta, then you get cot theta, which is just 1 over tan theta. You get it. It's very easy. I think it's even faster than the one I've used, right? So I would stop here in this video. In my next video, something very important, which was introduced by the scientist or the mathematician Pythagoras. We know that as Pythagorean identities. There are 3, and these identities form a foundation in trigonometric identities. So you may necessarily not be able to do well in calculus if you don't understand this identity. So it's very important. So you have watched this video up to this point and you are not yet subscribed. Please do well to hit the subscribe button, like, comment in this video, and share with your friends. Tell them it is Prime Concept. They need to see my videos. Thanks for watching Prime Concept.